What if everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of believing in yourself? Imagine waking up each day with the unshakable confidence that no matter what challenges come your way, you have the strength to overcome them. Imagine moving through life knowing you're capable, worthy, and powerful beyond measure. That's the power of self-belief. We live in a world that constantly tells us we aren't enough, that we need to be more, do more, have more to be truly happy. It's easy to get caught in that trap. But what if I told you that the key to happiness, to living the life you've always dreamed of, starts with one thing: your belief in yourself. Too often, we let self-doubt steal our joy, hold us back, and stop us from reaching our potential. You've probably been there yourself, feeling like you're not good enough, like you don't deserve success, or like the odds are stacked too high against you. But here's the truth: none of that is real. It's all just noise. The truth is that you are capable of more than you know. You just have to believe it. When you believe in yourself, something extraordinary happens. It's like a switch flips inside you. You stop playing small. You stop questioning your worth. And you start taking action, making bold moves, and pursuing your dreams with the fierceness you didn't know you had. But here's the catch: that belief doesn't come from waiting for the world to tell you that you're good enough. It comes from within you. Every successful person you admire, every person who's ever accomplished something great, started by believing they could. That belief gave them the courage to take risks, to face failure, to push through the tough days. It wasn't talent or luck that got them there. It was self-belief. They knew deep down that they were worthy of success, and that belief fueled every step they took. So why does this matter to you? Because in 2025, the world is going to demand a lot from you. Life is moving faster than ever, and the pressure to keep up is real. But if you don't have belief in yourself, all the ambition in the world won't get you where you want to go. The world won't wait for you to find your confidence. But you don't need the world's approval to thrive. You just need to trust that you have what it takes. When you truly believe in yourself, you unlock a power within you that no external circumstance can touch. You will handle setbacks with grace, bounce back from failure with strength, and turn every challenge into an opportunity for growth. When you believe in yourself, you give yourself permission to go after what you deserve. You give yourself permission to live your best life. But here's the real reward. When you believe in yourself, you create a ripple effect. Your confidence spreads. You inspire those around you. You show them that they too can step into their own power. The truth is, self-belief isn't just about you. It's about everyone you influence, everyone you touch, and the legacy you leave behind. So, as you move through the rest of this journey, remember this: the life you want is waiting for you, and it starts with the simple but powerful act of believing in yourself. Keep going, keep believing, and watch as everything begins to shift in your favor, because when you believe in yourself, nothing can stop you. You've probably faced challenges before. Life has a way of testing us. Sometimes it feels like it's pushing us to our limits. But here's what you need to understand: every challenge you've ever faced has made you stronger. Every obstacle, every setback, every moment of doubt has been an opportunity in disguise. When life knocks you down, it's not the end. It's a chance to rise. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back. It's about growing stronger, wiser, and more determined with every setback. It's about looking adversity in the face and saying, "You may have slowed me down, but you will never stop me." You might be wondering how you can find the strength to keep going when everything feels overwhelming. The answer is simple. Resilience is built by choosing to keep moving forward, no matter how small the steps. It's not about being perfect or having everything figured out. It's about showing up again and again, no matter what. When you face hardship, it's easy to feel defeated. It's easy to let fear and doubt take over, to convince yourself that you don't have what it takes. But let me tell you this: you are far more capable than you realize. Every difficult moment in your life has been a lesson, a stepping stone, a building block for the person you are becoming. Resilience doesn't mean you don't feel pain. It means you keep going even when the road is tough. Think about the times in your life when you thought you couldn't make it through. And yet here you are, you've made it. Every challenge you faced has shaped you into a person with more strength, more courage, and more power than you ever imagined. That's resilience at work. And As you continue to build it, you'll start to realize something incredible. You are not defined by your failures or struggles. You are defined by how you rise from them. It's easy to look at someone who seems unshaken, who always seems to have it together, and assume they've never struggled. But the truth is, everyone faces battles. What sets the resilient apart is their willingness to embrace those battles and use them as fuel to move forward. Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's something you choose to develop day after day. So when you're faced with challenges in the future, and you will be, remember this: every obstacle is an opportunity to grow. Every setback is an invitation to build a stronger version of yourself. Your happiness doesn't come from avoiding pain. It comes from learning how to thrive through it. It comes from understanding that no matter how hard the journey may seem, you have everything inside you to keep going. You are capable of turning your struggles into triumphs. In fact, the hardest moments of your life will be the ones that shape your future the most. Those moments of discomfort, fear, and uncertainty are the ones that will propel you toward the life you want to live. The pain you feel today is a strength you'll carry with you tomorrow. And one day you'll look back and realize that the very things you once thought would break you are the things that made you who you are, stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. So don't shy away from challenges. Welcome them. Embrace them. Because the person you're becoming, the version of you that is capable of achieving incredible things, is being forged in the fire of adversity. And when you come out on the other side, you'll be unrecognizable, not because you've changed who you are, but because you've learned to tap into the power you've always had. Resilience is your superpower, and when you choose to cultivate it, nothing will stand in your way. What if the secret to happiness isn't something you can acquire, but something you can discover? Imagine waking up every day with a deep sense of purpose, a reason that drives you to keep going, even when the world feels heavy. Purpose is not just a buzzword, it's the core of human fulfillment. Without purpose, life can feel aimless, like you're drifting through the motions. But when you find your why, everything changes. You may have heard the phrase, do what you love, but it's deeper than that. It's not just about passion. It's about knowing why you're here, what you want to create. It's about understanding that the work you do, the choices you make, and the way you live have meaning. People who live with purpose are happier, more resilient, and more successful. They don't just survive, they thrive. Think for a moment about what truly drives you. Is it the desire to create something bigger than yourself, to make a difference in someone's life, to leave a legacy? When you connect with that deep sense of purpose, you stop looking for external validation to feel worthy. You start living for something bigger than yourself. And that's where true happiness begins. Purpose gives you a reason to wake up with energy and excitement. It fills you with passion and keeps you moving forward, even on the tough days. When your purpose is clear, setbacks don't feel like failures. They feel like detours on your journey. You begin to see each challenge as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to get closer to your vision of who you want to become. The world will always try to pull you in different directions: family obligations, social pressures, career expectations. But when you know your purpose, nothing can steer you off course. You understand that your time, energy, and focus are valuable. And when you align your actions with your purpose, you step into your own power. You stop drifting and start creating. You begin to see every moment as an opportunity to move closer to the life you've always wanted. Living with purpose isn't just about achieving external goals. It's about feeling fulfilled from within. It's about knowing that your life has meaning, that your actions matter, and that you're doing something that makes a difference, even in small ways. Research has shown that people who have a clear sense of purpose experience less stress, better health, and greater happiness. Purpose is the fuel that keeps your fire burning. It's what helps you keep going when you feel like giving up. Don't wait for life to give you a reason to live with purpose. You must create it for yourself. It's within you already, waiting to be unlocked. Whether it's through your career, your relationships, or the impact you have on others, your purpose is something only you can define. And once you do, you'll realize that the obstacles you once saw as burdens are actually stepping stones toward the person you're meant to be. The truth is, you are here for a reason. Your dreams, your desires, and your passions are not random. They are part of your purpose. When you connect with that deeper part of yourself, you stop chasing fleeting moments of happiness. Instead, you start living with intention, knowing that every action you take brings you closer to the life you're meant to live. Purpose is the key that unlocks true happiness. When you know your why, every day becomes an opportunity to step into your greatness. And when you live with purpose, the world begins to align with your vision, bringing you everything you need to fulfill your potential. So start today, find your purpose, live with it, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. You've already begun to realize that the key to true happiness is not in waiting for things to change, but in learning to change your perspective. And that shift in perspective begins with a simple yet profound practice: gratitude. So often we focus on what's missing, on what we don't have, and on what's not working. But in doing so, we blind ourselves to the abundance of blessings already surrounding us. What if, instead of searching for happiness, we simply started by appreciating what we already have? Gratitude is a powerful force. It has the ability to transform your mindset, shift your focus, and open your heart to joy. When you wake up and choose to be grateful, grateful for the people in your life, for the opportunities you've been given, for the simple moments of peace and calm, you begin to see the beauty that's always been there. It's not about ignoring the difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. It's about finding something, anything to be thankful for, even on the hardest days. Research has shown that practicing gratitude can rewire your brain, improving your mental and emotional well-being. It boosts your happiness by over 25%. When you actively look for the good, you train your mind to notice it more and more. The simple act of acknowledging the good in your life creates a ripple effect, attracting even more positive energy and experiences. Gratitude has the power to change not just your mindset, but your entire life. But it's easy to overlook the power of gratitude in a world that constantly tells you to want more, do more, be more. Society encourages you to chase the next big thing, to keep striving, to keep pushing. And while striving for success is important, it can easily become a trap. You can find yourself running on empty, constantly looking ahead without ever stopping to appreciate how far you've come. But happiness isn't in the future, it's in the present. And the key to unlocking the present moment is gratitude. Gratitude opens your eyes to the richness of your life right now. It teaches you to savor what you have instead of constantly longing for what you don't. When you practice gratitude, you create space for contentment, peace, and joy to flow into your life. It's not about being complacent or settling for less. It's about recognizing the value in what you already have and allowing that appreciation to fuel your future. Because when you appreciate what you have, you attract more of it. You align yourself with abundance, not lack. So how can you start? Begin by taking a moment each day to reflect on what you're grateful for. It could be as simple as the roof over your head, the people who love you, or the lessons you've learned through challenges. Write them down, say them out loud, or just hold them in your heart. Start small. As you practice gratitude, you'll find that it becomes easier, more natural, and more powerful. Gratitude is a choice, one that can shift the trajectory of your life. It's a choice to focus on what's right rather than what's wrong. It's a choice to acknowledge the good instead of dwelling on the bad. And when you make that choice, you open the door to a life that's richer, fuller, and more meaningful than you ever thought possible. As you move forward, let gratitude be your guide. Let it remind you of all the blessings in your life and all the potential that lies ahead. Because when you embrace gratitude, you'll find that the world starts to look a lot brighter, and happiness, the kind that lasts, will no longer be something you chase. It will be something you live. You've come to understand that happiness doesn't lie in what you acquire, but in how you choose to perceive and experience the world around you. But even with gratitude and a sense of purpose, there's one more key that holds the power to unlock your fullest potential: your mindset. The way you think shapes everything. It shapes your actions, your decisions, and ultimately your life. And the good news, you have the power to change it. A growth mindset is the foundation of all personal transformation. It's the belief that you are not fixed, that your abilities and intelligence are not set in stone. You are constantly evolving. You can learn, adapt, and grow through every experience, good or bad. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to expand, not as threats or roadblocks. They understand that failure is not an endpoint. It's a lesson, a stepping stone on the path to success. When you shift your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility, everything changes. You stop fearing failure, and instead you start embracing it as a necessary part of your journey. You stop seeing setbacks as signs of your inadequacy and begin to view them as fuel to propel you forward. A growth mindset doesn't just open doors. It shatters the walls that have been holding you back, and it allows you to step into a life full of potential and possibility. But how do you develop this mindset? It starts with how you approach challenges. Instead of seeing difficult situations as personal attacks or insurmountable obstacles, see them as opportunities for growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience make me stronger? When you shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, you start looking for solutions, not problems. You start believing that you can change your circumstances, and more importantly, that you have the power to change yourself. Changing your mindset isn't always easy. It requires consistent effort, especially when faced with adversity. But the more you practice thinking in a way that supports growth, the more natural it becomes. Soon, you'll realize that challenges no longer feel like threats. They'll feel like invitations to evolve, to become the next better version of yourself. Your mindset will become your most powerful tool for transformation. The beauty of a growth mindset is that it also shifts the way you see others. Instead of comparing yourself to people you admire or feeling envious of their success, you begin to celebrate their growth as proof of what is possible. You start to see everyone's success as evidence that you too can achieve great things. And as you grow, you'll find that you begin to inspire others, creating a cycle of positivity, growth, and empowerment that spreads far beyond you. But mindset isn't just about embracing challenges. It's also about how you view yourself. How often do you criticize yourself for your mistakes? How many times do you feel like you're not good enough, not capable enough, or not worthy enough? A fixed mindset thrives on these negative beliefs. It keeps you small and trapped in self-doubt. A growth mindset, on the other hand, nurtures self-compassion. It understands that making mistakes is part of being human and part of growing. It encourages you to learn from your failures, forgive yourself, and move forward with more knowledge and more strength. Remember, your mindset shapes your reality. If you believe you're capable of growth, you will be. If you believe challenges are opportunities, they will be. The moment you choose to adopt a mindset of growth, you begin to reshape your future. And with that change, you open the door to the kind of life that you always dreamed of, one full of progress, resilience, and limitless possibility. So take the first step today. Choose growth. Choose to see the world as a place where you can always evolve, always improve, and always reach for something greater. Your future self is waiting. You've come so far in this journey, realizing that true happiness doesn't come from external validation or fleeting moments of success. It comes from within you. It's built on a foundation of gratitude, purpose, and the belief that you can grow. But there's one more crucial aspect that will truly transform your life in 2025, the power of consistent action. You can think all the positive thoughts, envision all the dreams, and plan all the goals you want, but without action, none of it matters. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Action isn't always easy. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or for the stars to align. It's about moving, even when you don't feel ready. It's about taking small steps day after day towards your goals, even when the road seems long or unclear. The key is consistency. The magic happens when you show up, even when it feels uncomfortable or when you face resistance. It's the act of moving forward, regardless of how you feel in the moment, that creates momentum. And that momentum is what carries you toward your dreams. Think about everything you've ever accomplished. It didn't happen by accident. It didn't happen because you waited for the right circumstances. It happened because you took action. Whether it was learning a new skill, overcoming a fear, or making a difficult decision, you moved. You didn't wait for life to hand you the perfect conditions. You acted, and in doing so, you created your reality. Every step you've taken has brought you closer to who you are today, and every step you take from here on out will continue to shape your future. But here's the truth. Inaction is the enemy of progress. The longer you wait to take that first step, the harder it becomes. Fear of failure, doubt, and uncertainty can paralyze you, but they are all just illusions. The real fear is not taking action. The real regret is looking back and realizing that you held yourself back because you were afraid to move. It's never the action you took that you regret. It's the action you didn't take. And the longer you hesitate, the longer it takes to get to where you want to be. Taking action isn't about having everything figured out. It's about trusting yourself enough to make the next move, even if it's imperfect. There's no such thing as the perfect time to start. The time to act is now. And once you start, you'll realize something incredible. Every action you take, no matter how small, builds confidence. It builds belief in yourself. It creates a pattern of progress that grows stronger the more you show up for it. Action also teaches you invaluable lessons that you could never learn by just thinking about your goals. It teaches you resilience. It teaches you how to pivot when things don't go as planned. It teaches you that failure is not something to fear, but something to embrace as part of the process. Because with every setback, you learn, and with every lesson, you grow. Action isn't just about reaching your destination. It's about the person you become on the journey. So stop waiting. The world doesn't wait for anyone. The life you want is there, just beyond the horizon, waiting for you to step forward and claim it. You already have everything you need inside you to take that first step. It doesn't matter how small that step is. What matters is that you take it. And then the next one, and the next. Each action you take moves you closer to the life you've always dreamed of. Remember, nothing worth having comes without effort. But the effort you put in today is the foundation for the success, fulfillment, and happiness you will experience tomorrow. So take action, no matter how uncertain or intimidating it may feel. Your future self will thank you for it. The moment you begin to move forward is the moment everything begins to change. Keep going, step by step. You're closer than you think. You've already started to realize that the key to a fulfilling life isn't just about the thoughts you think or the actions you take. It's about who you surround yourself with. The people you allow into your life shape your reality in ways you might not fully understand. Relationships are powerful, not just because they provide support, but because they influence your energy, your mindset, and your actions. The company you keep can either lift you up or drag you down. So ask yourself, are the people in your life helping you become the best version of yourself? Or are they holding you back? Positive, supportive relationships are the foundation for growth. When you surround yourself with people who believe in you, who encourage you, and who inspire you to push further, you naturally start to rise. These relationships serve as mirrors, reflecting your potential back to you. They remind you that you are capable of more than you may even believe. But not all relationships are like this. Some people in your life, whether knowingly or unknowingly, can drain your energy, plant seeds of doubt, or make you question your worth. And it's crucial to recognize when these relationships are holding you back from becoming the person you want to be. The truth is, your environment, your relationships play a huge role in determining the direction of your life. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, criticism, and people who limit your vision, it becomes harder and harder to see your own potential. But when you seek out relationships that empower you, that support your dreams, your mindset begins to shift. You start to see yourself as capable of achieving more. You start to believe that you are worthy of success, happiness, and everything else you desire. But here's the thing. Positive relationships aren't just about being surrounded by people who cheer you on. They're also about being willing to let go of relationships that no longer serve you. You don't have to keep people in your life just because they've always been there. Sometimes the most courageous thing you can do is distance yourself from those who drain your energy or limit your growth. Letting go isn't about cutting people off. It's about making space for the relationships that will allow you to thrive. It's about honoring yourself enough to recognize that your time, your energy, and your future are too important to waste on connections that don't lift you up. This doesn't mean abandoning relationships that challenge you or hold you accountable. In fact, those relationships can be incredibly valuable. The people who challenge you to be better, who hold you to a higher standard, are often the ones who push you to grow the most. But there's a difference between constructive challenge and constant negativity. There's a difference between those who encourage your growth and those who try to bring you down. You deserve to be surrounded by people who believe in your potential, who see the best in you even when you can't see it in yourself. When you intentionally cultivate these positive, growth-oriented relationships, you not only increase your own happiness, you inspire others to do the same. Your energy becomes contagious. As you surround yourself with people who elevate you, You become someone who elevates others in return. The relationships you build become a source of mutual support, encouragement, and motivation. And as you lift each other up, you create an environment that fosters continuous growth and transformation. Remember, you have the power to choose who you allow into your life. You can decide to invest your time and energy in relationships that empower you, that nurture your dreams, and that help you become the best version of yourself. Surround yourself with those who inspire you to take action, to grow, and to never settle for less than you're capable of. Your happiness, your success, and your future depend on the relationships you nurture today. Choose wisely. Choose people who reflect the greatness you are becoming. Choose the ones who help you rise every single day. You've learned that true happiness and success are born from the inside out, through gratitude, growth, action, and relationships that uplift you. But even with all the right thoughts, actions, and connections, there's still one final piece of the puzzle that is non-negotiable: self-belief. Without it, no amount of effort or strategy will ever bring you the lasting fulfillment you crave. Believing in yourself isn't just about confidence. It's about recognizing your intrinsic worth, embracing your unique potential, and trusting that you are capable of achieving your goals, no matter the obstacles in your path. Too often we allow our doubts, insecurities, and past failures to define us. We allow the opinions of others to shape our self-image, and we let our fears dictate what we think we can or cannot accomplish. But the truth is, those fears are not facts. They are merely stories we've told ourselves, and those stories can be rewritten. Your self-belief is the most powerful tool you possess, and it can propel you towards your greatest achievements. But like any skill, it requires practice, effort, and commitment. Believing in yourself begins with letting go of the negative stories you've been telling yourself for years. The stories that tell you that you're not good enough, not smart enough, or not deserving of success. These are lies. The truth is, you are enough right now as you are. You are worthy of every dream, every goal, and every blessing you desire. The only thing standing in your way is your own willingness to believe that you can have it. Your thoughts shape your reality. And when you believe in your own potential, you shift from a place of limitation to a place of infinite possibility. One of the most powerful ways to build self-belief is by proving it to yourself day after day. It's about taking consistent action towards your goals even when the doubts creep in. Every small step you take, every challenge you face head on, is a testament to your strength and your ability. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep moving forward. Each time you take action, you reinforce your belief in yourself, and in turn, that belief grows stronger and more powerful. Another key to building self-belief is forgiving yourself for past mistakes. We all have moments in our lives where we wish we had done things differently, where we look back and feel regret. But holding on to that regret only serves to keep you stuck. It keeps you tied to the past and prevents you from stepping fully into your future. To believe in yourself, you must embrace your past with compassion, understanding that every mistake, every setback was part of your journey. Those experiences didn't break you. They shaped you into who you are today. And that person is more capable, more resilient, and more powerful than you realize. You are your biggest advocate. When you start to believe in yourself, you stop seeking validation from others. You stop waiting for someone else to tell you that you're worthy. You realize that you don't need approval to go after your dreams. The only approval you need is your own. When you give yourself permission to believe in your own potential, the world starts to open up in ways you never imagined. Doors begin to open. Opportunities start to arise. And as you walk through them, you carry the unwavering belief that you belong there, that you deserve to succeed. Self-belief doesn't happen overnight. It's a daily practice, a commitment to yourself and your future. But once you begin to believe in yourself, you'll be amazed at how quickly your world starts to transform. You'll begin to see that everything you need to succeed is already inside you. The strength, the wisdom, the courage, it's all there. You always had it. Now it's time to trust in it. Remember, no one has the power to define you except you. No one else gets to decide what you're capable of. Your potential is limitless, and when you believe in yourself, you unlock that potential in ways that will astonish you. You are more than enough. You are powerful, capable, and worthy of everything you desire. It's time to embrace that truth, to trust in yourself fully, and to move forward with the confidence that you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. Your future is waiting, and it's yours for the taking. The truth is, nothing in life is ever certain. No one can predict what the future holds, and the path you're on right now might take unexpected turns. But here's the incredible thing. Even though life is unpredictable, you can choose how you respond to it. You can choose how to rise to each challenge, how to embrace every setback, and how to transform every moment of struggle into a lesson. The world may throw obstacles in your way, but your response to those obstacles is where your power lies. In 2025, the world will continue to change, and you will continue to face new challenges. That's a given. But what's also certain is that you have the ability to choose your attitude and your actions. No matter what happens outside of you, the most important thing is what happens inside of you. Your inner strength, your resilience, and your ability to adapt will determine how far you go. Your mindset will determine whether you see each challenge as a burden or an opportunity. Life will test you. It will push you to your limits, and there will be moments when it feels like you've reached your breaking point. But it's in those moments that you have the power to choose. Will you surrender to the difficulty, or will you rise above it? Will you allow yourself to be defined by your circumstances, or will you choose to define your circumstances by how you respond to them? The difference between those who succeed and those who give up is not a matter of luck, skill, or resources. It's a matter of resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back when life knocks you down. It's the ability to keep going even when the path ahead is unclear. Resilience is not about being invincible. It's about refusing to give up, no matter how many times you fall. Every time you rise, you become stronger, more capable, more determined. Your resilience is the muscle that, when exercised consistently, makes you unstoppable. And like any muscle, it can grow with practice. The more you push through adversity, the more you learn how to manage the pressure and keep moving forward. Each setback becomes a lesson, each challenge an opportunity for growth. But resilience doesn't mean you have to do it all on your own. It's okay to ask for help when you need it. Strength isn't about bearing all the weight by yourself. It's about knowing when to lean on others, when to seek support, and when to ask for guidance. It's about having the humility to admit that you don't have all the answers and the courage to reach out for help when needed. We are not meant to go through life alone. True strength comes when we acknowledge our shared humanity and allow others to walk beside us on our journey. So when life gets tough, and it will, remember that your ability to adapt, to learn, to grow, and to keep moving forward is what defines you. Your resilience is your superpower. It doesn't matter how many times you fall or how many obstacles are in your way. What matters is that you keep getting back up. You keep pushing. You keep evolving. The world may not always be kind, but your response to it will determine whether or not you thrive. In the face of adversity, remember this: your challenges do not define you. Your ability to rise above them does. Your strength isn't measured by how hard you hit, but by how many times you get up. The life you want, the success, the peace, the happiness, it's all available to you, but it won't come without challenges. It won't come without moments that test you. The question isn't whether or not you'll face difficulty. The question is how you'll face it. Will you choose to rise? Will you choose to keep moving, no matter how tough the journey gets? That's the power you hold. And when you tap into it, you unlock a force inside you that can change your life forever. The journey you're on isn't just about achieving success. It's about creating a life of meaning and fulfillment. Success, in its truest form, is not measured by how much money you make or how many accolades you collect. It's measured by how aligned your life is with your values, your purpose, and your passion. When you start living a life of meaning, when every day is spent working towards something that truly matters to you, that's when you begin to feel truly alive. That's when every action you take becomes infused with purpose, and every challenge becomes a stepping stone toward a life well lived. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle, the grind of doing more, achieving more, and collecting more. But if you're not careful, this hustle can pull you away from the things that truly matter. It can make you forget what you're really striving for. The truth is, the most successful people are not the ones with the most impressive resumes or the most material wealth. They're the ones who are living a life of purpose, who know why they do what they do, who are driven by something greater than just ambition. The first step in living a life of meaning is identifying your purpose. What are you truly passionate about? What lights you up from the inside? This isn't about what society tells you should matter. It's about what speaks to your soul. When you know your purpose, everything you do takes on a deeper significance. You stop living for external validation and start living for yourself. Your daily actions become an expression of who you are and what you stand for. And that's where real fulfillment comes from. Finding your purpose isn't always easy. It takes self-reflection, it takes courage, and it takes a willingness to be honest with yourself about what you truly want. You may have to dig deep past the surface level goals and superficial desires to uncover what really drives you. But once you find it, everything in your life will begin to shift. Your energy will align with your purpose, and the work you do will feel less like a chore and more like a calling. But purpose isn't just about what you do. It's also about how you do it. When you commit to living a life of meaning, you start approaching every moment with intention. You stop going through the motions and start making conscious choices that reflect your values. Whether it's the way you interact with others, the way you take care of your body, or the way you approach your work, everything becomes a reflection of the purpose you've discovered. And in doing so, you create a life that is authentic, aligned, and truly fulfilling. Living with purpose doesn't mean you won't face challenges. In fact, your purpose will often be tested. There will be moments when you question your path, when the road ahead feels unclear, or when doubt creeps in. But this is where your resilience comes in, your ability to keep moving forward even when the journey gets tough. When you are connected to something greater than yourself, when your purpose is clear, you find the strength to push through. Every obstacle becomes a part of your story, a chapter that adds depth and meaning to your journey. The beauty of living a life of meaning is that it brings peace. It brings a sense of satisfaction that no amount of external achievement ever will. When you know you are living in alignment with your values, when you are doing the work that is true to who you are, you begin to experience a sense of inner contentment that is unshakable. You no longer feel the need to prove yourself to anyone. You no longer feel the need to chase after things that don't matter. Instead, you are content with the simple act of living authentically. This is what true success looks like. Living a life that is deeply connected to your purpose, where each action you take is an expression of who you are. When you begin living with this level of clarity and intention, your life will transform. You will experience a joy that no accomplishment, no material possession, no external validation can provide. This is the happiness that comes from knowing you are exactly where you are meant to be, doing exactly what you are meant to do. The power to create this life lies within you, and it begins the moment you decide to live with purpose. The most powerful force that can propel you toward the life you want isn't ambition, skill, or even determination. It's your mindset. The way you think about yourself, about the world around you, and about what you're capable of is the single most influential factor in whether or not you succeed. Your mindset shapes your reality. If you see obstacles as insurmountable, they will be. If you see challenges as opportunities, they will become stepping stones. How you think determines how far you can go. It's that simple. What you need to realize is that your mindset is not something fixed. It can be changed, cultivated, and strengthened. Your thoughts are not your identity. They are simply patterns that you have the power to rewire. And the moment you decide to shift your thinking, you unlock the door to unlimited potential. You don't have to be bound by limiting beliefs. You don't have to stay trapped in a narrative that says you can't do something. The only limitations that truly exist are the ones you place on yourself. So how do you change your mindset? It starts with the way you speak to yourself. The words you use, both inside your head and out loud, carry immense power. When you tell yourself that you can't do something, you reinforce that belief. But when you change that inner dialogue to I am capable or I will find a way, you shift the direction of your thoughts and actions. Your brain starts to look for solutions rather than focusing on problems. The language you use influences the lens through which you view the world. Speak to yourself with kindness, with encouragement, and with the belief that anything is possible. Another key shift is moving from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities are limited, that you're either good at something or you're not. But those with the growth mindset know that effort, persistence, and learning can lead to improvement. They understand that failure is not a reflection of their worth, but a necessary part of the learning process. The most successful people are not those who never fail. They are the ones who fail and keep going. who see every setback as an opportunity to grow. If you truly want to achieve your goals, you have to believe that you can improve, that you can learn, and that you can adapt. With this mindset, nothing is impossible. Equally important is embracing the idea of abundance. So often, we operate out of fear. Fear that there's not enough success, not enough money, not enough love to go around. This scarcity mindset holds us back. It makes us play small, cling to what we have, and avoid taking risks. But when you shift into an abundance mindset, you open yourself up to endless possibilities. You realize that there is enough for everyone, that the opportunities you seek are not limited, and that your success does not take away from the success of others. When you believe there is an abundance of opportunities, wealth, and love in the world, you stop competing and start creating. You realize that your potential is not finite. It is limitless. A mindset of gratitude is also crucial to creating the life you want. It's easy to focus on what's wrong, on what's missing, or on what hasn't gone according to plan. But when you take a step back and focus on what you have, on what is going right, and on what you have already achieved, your energy shifts. Gratitude transforms your perspective from one of lack to one of abundance. It opens your eyes to the blessings that surround you, even in difficult times. And when you focus on what you're grateful for, you naturally attract more of it into your life. Finally, your mindset must be one of unwavering belief. No matter what the world says, no matter how many times you fail, you must believe in your own ability to succeed. Your belief in yourself and your purpose is the fuel that will keep you going even when the journey gets tough. When your belief is strong, no setback can shake you. No failure can defeat you. Because deep down, you know that you are capable, you are worthy, and you are meant for something greater. When you hold on to this belief, nothing can stand in your way. Your mindset is the foundation for everything that follows. When you change the way you think, you change the way you act. And when you change the way you act, you change the course of your life. You hold the power to create the life you desire simply by shifting the way you think about it. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the belief that you can have it. Change your mindset, change your world. Every step you take on this journey matters. The small actions, the daily habits, the consistent choices you make, they all add up. The life you desire is not built in a single moment, but in the moments you create every day. It's easy to get caught up in the big picture, to focus solely on the end goal, but true success is found in the process. It's found in who you become while you're working toward that goal. And who you become starts with the habits you cultivate, the disciplines you practice, and the mindset you commit to maintaining. The truth is, success is not just about making big dramatic changes. It's about the small, incremental steps you take each day. These small steps compound over time. Each time you choose to show up, to put in the work, to push through the resistance, you are moving closer to the person you want to be. It's the small actions repeated consistently that lead to massive transformation. Success isn't the result of one moment of brilliance. It's the product of many moments of persistence. This is where most people get it wrong. They want results now. They want instant gratification. But the real power lies in your ability to keep going, even when the results aren't immediately visible. It's in your ability to trust the process, even when it feels like nothing is happening. When you focus on the habits, on the actions, on the small things you can control, you start to build momentum. And once that momentum takes hold, nothing can stop you. Consistency is the key. It's the ability to show up every day, to put in the work, even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the things you know will get you closer to your goal, even when you're tired, discouraged, or distracted. Success is not about waiting for motivation to strike. It's about building the discipline to keep going, whether you feel like it or not. It's in those moments of discomfort, when you push through anyway, that your character is built. And character is what will carry you through the tough times. But consistency doesn't just mean working harder. It means working smarter. It means aligning your daily actions with your larger goals. It means ensuring that each choice you make is moving you in the direction you want to go. Don't waste your energy on things that don't serve you. Every action you take should be purposeful. Every decision should be intentional. The power of consistency is not just in showing up, it's in showing up with purpose. As you begin to build these habits, you'll start to see a shift in your life. The small, consistent actions will begin to yield results. You'll start to see progress, even if it's just a little bit each day. And with each step forward, your confidence will grow. You'll begin to believe in the power of your own actions. You'll realize that the life you're building is a direct result of the choices you make every day. This is where true transformation happens. When you begin to take control of your daily actions, you take control of your future. You stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, the perfect conditions. You create those moments. You make them happen. And through your consistency, your persistence, and your unwavering commitment to your goals, you create the life you've always wanted. The key is to remember that every single day is an opportunity to move closer to your dream. Even on the days when you don't feel like it, even when the progress feels slow, you are still moving forward. Those small moments add up. They matter. They shape the future you are creating. The journey may not always be easy, but it's always worth it. Because when you commit to showing up every day, when you commit to building habits that align with your goals, you're not just working towards success. You're becoming the person capable of achieving it. So no matter where you are right now, no matter how far away your goals may seem, remember that the path forward is simple. It's about showing up, doing the work, and trusting that every small step you take today is building the foundation for the life you want tomorrow. Keep moving forward, keep building, keep growing. Your future self will thank you for it. The most powerful force in the world is not some external circumstance, not a stroke of luck or timing. It's the strength of your own will. The decisions you make, the choices you take, and the actions you follow through on are what will ultimately shape your life. Too often we let fear, doubt, or the opinions of others dictate the direction we go. We let the stories we tell ourselves hold us back. But you have the power to rewrite those stories, to decide that your path will not be determined by what others say or by what's happened in the past. It will be defined by the choices you make right now. Every choice, every decision, every moment you step into action, this is what creates your future. When you take full ownership of your decisions, you stop waiting for external forces to dictate your success. You stop waiting for someone to give you permission to be who you were always meant to be. The power to change, to grow, and to thrive lies within you. It always has. And it starts with taking responsibility for your actions, for your future. No one is coming to save you. You are the one you've been waiting for. So often we look for someone or something to change our circumstances, to make things easier. But the truth is, you already have everything you need to create the life you want. The tools, the resources, the talent, the energy, they're all within you. What you need is the courage to take action, the courage to make bold decisions, the courage to show up day after day even when the path ahead is unclear. You are capable of more than you think, but that potential will remain untapped unless you step into it with intention. It's easy to think you're not ready, that you need more time, more knowledge, more resources, but you'll never be ready. You'll never have everything perfectly lined up. You have to trust that the act of stepping forward is what will build the confidence and strength you need. When you stop waiting for the perfect conditions and begin taking action anyway, something remarkable happens. You begin to realize that the process itself is where the magic lies. It's not about reaching a destination, it's about who you become along the way. Each choice, each challenge, each risk you take, these are all part of the growth that's unfolding within you. When you trust yourself enough to take action, you develop the resilience, the resourcefulness, and the wisdom to keep moving forward, even when things get tough. This is where so many people falter. They wait. They wait for the right time, for the perfect moment, for everything to align. But here's the secret. The right time is now. There is no perfect moment. The only moment that matters is the one you're in. If you keep waiting for conditions to be just right, you'll be waiting forever. But when you step into action, when you make that decision to move forward, you create the momentum you need to build your life, to create your success. The power isn't in waiting, it's in moving. You might stumble, you might fall. There will be times when you question whether it's worth it, when you feel like giving up. These moments are not signs that you're on the wrong path. They are proof that you are on the right one. Growth doesn't happen without challenge. Every obstacle, every setback is a chance to build your character, to strengthen your resolve, and to refine your strategy. It's all part of the process, and the stronger you get, the more capable you become of handling whatever comes your way. You were born with the ability to create, to shape your life in ways you can't even yet imagine. But it will only happen if you choose to step into your power. Stop looking outside of yourself for the answers. The answers are already inside you. It's time to trust yourself. It's time to believe that you have everything you need to build the life you've always dreamed of. Every decision, every choice, every action is a step toward that dream. And with each step, you'll get closer to becoming the person you were always meant to be. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Your future is built by the actions you take today. You don't need to have everything figured out to start. The truth is, most people wait until they feel ready, but that day may never come. If you keep waiting for the perfect plan, the right moment, the ideal conditions, you'll be waiting forever. The secret to success is found in your ability to take imperfect action. It's in your willingness to move forward, even when you don't have all the answers, even when you're unsure. That's where the real growth happens. Not in the clarity of knowing exactly what's ahead, but in the courage to keep going, no matter how uncertain the path may seem. You have more potential than you realize. The doubts, fears, and insecurities that hold you back are not facts. They're just stories you've been telling yourself. What if you stop believing in those stories? What if you stop telling yourself that you can't? What if you started believing that you are capable of achieving far more than you've ever dared to dream? The power to change your life lies in your mindset. It lies in your decision to take ownership of your journey, to believe in yourself enough to act, even when the road seems unclear. Your potential is not limited by your circumstances or your past. It's only limited by the stories you tell yourself about what you're capable of. You are not defined by what you've done or haven't done so far. You are defined by the choices you make moving forward. When you begin to act in alignment with your highest potential, when you make decisions that are rooted in the belief that you are worthy of success, that you are capable of greatness, you open the door to a new reality, a reality where fear no longer holds you back, where your dreams no longer feel out of reach,